UCI BMX Supercross presented by Swatch.
We're all set for round number 2 of the UCI Supercross series, and the riders will be treated to an Olympic replica track here in Papendal, Netherlands.
We're right here in Papendal on this beautiful facility and this amazing track here in the background. The closer we get to the games, it's getting interesting because now you have some of the big names coming back from injuries, getting back on their bikes. You have the young upcoming riders, super fast. It's amazing to see the two generations go head to head and see how it comes out.
The new permanent course serves as training grounds for the Dutch team and now plays host to one of the most highly anticipated World Cups of the season. And it was a sea of orange that greeted fans and athletes alike as the stage was set for a fast and furious day of bicycle motocross. It was Corbin Charrat of the US and Manon Valentino of France who each celebrated their first Supercross victories at the season opener in South Africa.
When I crossed the line, I didn't know what to do. I mean, I just threw my legs off and couldn't believe it. Training's been going good and just been positive since then, just trying to keep on doing what I was doing and keep that energy through this race.
I've been riding just a couple of weeks now since the twisted ankle.
I feel great coming in, been putting in the work, and the preparation is there, so I think we're going to have a good race out there.
I hope to qualify because on a track like this everything can happen.
Everything's going pretty good coming into this race. I got third at the USA Championship leading into it, and then had a little time off to kind of get ready and all that stuff, so looking forward to racing again.
You might compare this track the equivalent to Mavericks in the world of big wave surfing. The Ritzbild course serves to emulate the 2012 Olympic track and arguably one of the toughest in the world.
What you see behind me here is the next level in BMX racing.
It's technical, it's fast. It's definitely, I think, the future.
It looks like it's a fun track to ride. It's going to be interesting to see how it races.
You need to be precise and really good on every jump to be able to do a full lap.
The signature Swatch Tower gets everyone pumped and up to speed as they tackle 2 big sets before the track splits into the first turn. The women head to the right and the men hit a huge berm jump into their own set of track. And as the women take on a technical second straight, the men are forced into a huge crossover hip jump going into turn number 2 and then a massive box jump before they even get to the third straight. Exiting turn 2 with a ton of speed, both the men and women go through their own rhythm sections and around the last turn through yet another set of jumps and on to the finish line.
It's a track that is very challenging, very spectacular.
The track is super nice, I like it.
You know, the track's super technical, the biggest thing we've ever, came across.
The whole track is a little bit difficult, but I think the second one is the most difficult.
There's a bit of a tight spot coming into the second turn. I think the girls are going to have to be careful there.
Track's probably the gnarliest, funnest thing I've ever ridden.
It's awesome. It's a really fun track to ride, and it's a BMX track on a higher level.
The track is great, and it's so funny.
I think the third straight will definitely sort out the pack. It's quite technical through there.
It's pretty much all difficult. You got to have some cojones to hit that first straight.
I think just putting it all together is going to be pretty tricky. You know, this is a pretty long track, and there's a lot of technical stuff going on, so you got to be on point through the whole thing.
The time trials are a key part of each race where your lap time directly translates into your seeding for the next rounds. And for the 2011 season, UCI has added a twist to the time trials where the top 16 men and 16 women go battle it out in a thrilling super final.
Everybody wants to go fast but smooth, and this top 16 thing, it's good.
Get the first time trial out of the way, and then for the second one, you know where you can make up time.
The new format with the super final and the time trials, I don't like it all.
It makes you want to try harder and basically pin it the first one.
You did a time trial for something, not only for qualifying, so it's better.
The super finals are cool if you make it to the super finals.
I'm not a huge fan of having to do 2 time trials, but I think for the sport, it's definitely heading in the right direction.
I think definitely another medal up there for grabs is awesome, yeah.
Sarah Walker of New Zealand took top honors in the time trial with 37.666 and looked like a safe bet for the super final, but Romana Labnikova of the Czech Republic edged out Walker and Magali Poitier for the win. And for the men, it was Damien Godet riding in with a winning time of 40.715, but it was Dutchman Jelly van Gorkum who claimed the win in the super final ahead of teammate Raymond van der Biezen and Joris Daudet. Under cloudy skies, the elite men got things going with their round of 8 qualifiers. In the first set, it was Jelle van Gorkum who was the dominant force, while David Herman of the US took a fall in his second run and was on the bubble going into the final lap. And in Heat 5, Raven Vanderbiesen quickly got the crowd behind him with a whole shot and a win, but a nasty crash that almost took out Canadian Tori Nijholt sidelined the Dutch Olympian for the rest of the day. Rounds number 7 saw Joris Daudet set the track ablaze, winning all 3 rounds in a fast and furious run. Daudet has officially emerged as France's fastest man. Glenn Van Wettering of the Netherlands tucked in for second in all 3 rounds, while American Donnie Robinson kept pace to also make the cut. And in the second round of women's qualifying, it kept everyone on their feet and off their bikes. American Ariel Martin took the win in a grueling heat that saw everyone trying to find their groove on the tough track. After that, it was all Mariana Pajón of Colombia who went on to dominate 2 crash-filled rounds and qualify through the top of the group. Hey, you gotta love Mike. The laid-back Californian has been off the circuit due to injury and now makes his long-awaited return to the world stage.
My name's Mike Day, live in San Diego, California. Late 09, I was racing and my back was just, I knew something was wrong. It just kept getting worse and worse, and it kind of just took over life almost. So I started seeing a couple doctors and then ended up having a back operation. They put a pro disc in my lower back, cut through the front. Thank God I did that, because life is 10 times better now. It took a pretty hard downhill spiral from late 09 to right now. So I mean, kind of went from the highest point to the lowest point. I'm kind of starting to come back up now. I'm starting to get training more and getting in shape and trying to catch these catch these young cats. I want to be going really good by London's test event, getting back to my old self. And the long-term goal is to be on that medal stand in London.
Here, it's time for the elimination rounds, the men's quarterfinals ready to go, and we're going to take a quick look at Mark Willers from New Zealand. Well, he's got 777 in his career number, an impressive run at the last round. With the lead, this Kiwi is tough to pass, and he's not afraid to get busy in the corners. And here we go, Willers from the middle of the track. Can he emerge as the champ? Yes, he does on the inside with a great hole shot. The Dutchman is in the mix too. Jelle van Gorkum having a good run. Listen to the crowds out there. A great run for the Dutchman. 1, 2, and 3 right now. Callan's in there. Sander Biesling slipping back, but it's all about Willers. Willers right now in the 3. Joshua Callan of Australia trying to hang in the mix. Kaylin Young's in there. What a great field, but right now it's all about Kiwi Willers running away from it. Van Gorkum, Jimenez going for the inside line. Can he do it? Oh, a little bump could have cost him, but he stays in the mix, and it's going to be, oh, here comes Callan from, Australia. So it'll be Willers, and Josh Callan slips in with a photo finish, and it looks like, in fact, he does get the edge over Jimenez.
Haven't got through the third straight smooth yet, so it's about time to put it together, I think.
And that's how it'll finish. Kaylin Young is out, but Josh Callan from Australia is in. Gorkum, Willers, and Jimenez. 2 back up to the top of the hill. Corbin Sherratt and Nick Long against the Australian Sam Willoughby. And a hole shot's going to mean everything on the inside. Willoughby, look for him from lane 1. There he goes. The red line rider out, and the Max right now pushing it. And here comes Team USA on the inside. Oh, Nick Long down. Half the pack is gone. So Willoughby's going to run away with it right now. Sherratt and Tom's Marcus Mankis from Latvia and Colombia in there. And right about now, they're just going to cruise on through as Willoughby, Sherratt guaranteed to move on to the final. And Latvia with the rider coming through. So Maris Stromberg should be looking out as he's got a countryman in the mix there, and it's all about Willoughby as he makes it on with Sherratt. Going into the turn, Long just kind of standing tall and slips out. Not much happened, but half the field goes down. So Long is out, but countryman Sherratt is still in the hunt for a second World Cup title. And onto the hill we go for the third rack. Tori Nijholt, the Canadian, trying to stay in the mix. Tyler Ferrero, the USA, also in there in the World Cup circuit. And oh, a good start from the middle. Nijholt, look for the red, white, and black, and there he is emerging. Tremendous from Latvia, so another Latvian, and Prokop and Kirkham, your leaders right now. Oh, a nice pass on the inside. So Nyhawk dropping back a little bit here, but you know he's got track skills to keep it up. Prokop staying in the mix, the veteran. All about staying for the Czech Republic right now. So Latvia, the Czech Republic in the mix. Canada trying to hang on. The Americans in the mix right now. Look at Nyhawk gaining speed as he goes through the tough third straightaway. A bit of a tag there. Oh, slip pedals. Away he goes. And it's going, oh, Tremendous is going to take the win with Nyhawk and Prokop. Kirkham just about blew it. And here's a chance to look at what happened in that turn there. Kirkham blows a pedal, but just manages to salvage fourth and final position. No luck for Faro, but Nyhawk, the young Canadian, on his way to the semifinals. And the fourth and final rack for these guys moving on to the main event. Mike Day, Donnie Robinson, the American Olympic medalist. But here's a shot at the guy that upset everything. Joris Daudet of France. Look at that, started racing at age 8. Here he is 12 years later, taking on the Olympians. Mike Day on the outside with a nice shot. He's got some room to move. Look at the orange there of Donnie Robinson. But Daudet showing that he has no fear over these guys. And oh, riders going down in the middle of the turn. Donnie Robinson and Mikey Day survive the carnage, and they're going to make it through. So does Thomas Hamon if he can get some rhythm back. But for now, Joris Daudet, the young man from France, showing everybody that he's not afraid and knows how to beat some Olympic champions. Look at the lead this guy has as he cruises on to the final. And Robinson and Day will also make it in along with Hamon. Wow, what a crazy mix. So each round has had a little bit of a change-up and some carnage.
It's good to be back here, so whether it be Donnie or whatnot, it's just good to be back racing and at this level.
So Hamon, Day, Robinson, and Daudet, the man of the minute, on to the semifinals. With only one Dutchman left in the mix, that being of Jelly van Gorkum, the top 16 men are now on to the semifinals. She crushed the competition in South Africa and has her sights set on being France's top elite woman, but she has a ways to go. We found out more about France's up-and-coming superstar today.
I'm Manon Valentino, I'm 20, and I live in the south of France. I started to race in 2001. My brother was right before me. I just want to jump, big jump, be fast. All the time I'm scared for stupid stuff, but I can do good stuff, good jumps, good manual also. I love BMX because it's so funny, yes. It's a small world with all friends. It's a feeling, it's a life.
We are ready to rock and roll with the elite women's semifinals. Ariel Martin in the mix on the outside lane. Romana Labnikova of the Czech Republic with potentially one of the favorites, and away we go from the outside lanes. Look at that light blue jersey, there she goes. Head to head with Pahone going into turn number 1, and Pahone takes the inside, so a nice lane by Pahone to keep the Czech Republic rider away. Ariel Martin on the inside, USA, and another Czech of Vladikova in there. So quite the mix. Amanda Carr, the USA, a bit out on the bubble right now, as is Laura Smulders. Look at Pahone, nice and smooth, but here comes Lubnikova to the inside, a pass, going past the Colombian, showing her strength on this course, but here comes Pahone as she jumps her way back into the main event. What a great run, what a battle between those two.
Best gate of the day. I'm feeling comfortable on the first straight. I just don't think about the win and just do what I want.
So Ladikova, Martin, Lubnikova, and Pahone work their way into the main event. Well, we're going to see who's up next, and one of the favorites has to be Sarah Walker of New Zealand. We'll see her in the black and white jersey. And the last hope for the Dutch team is Joyce Seesing. Check it out. She has the crowd behind her and looking for her best finish on the World Cup circuit. And a snap from the outside. Here comes Poche. Look at the Frenchwoman in the middle, but it's going to be Walker, the Kiwi. A little bit of a pull right there. She landed hard, so she's on the inside. Buchanan Trying to keep things honest, the French woman, 4 and 5 right now. And moving up to the mix, Poche, working her way in the mix as she moves along. Jana Harakova, Czech Republic, trying to get a third Czech rider in there. And she just might do it, but right now Walker literally walking away with this one. Buchanan in tow. On the inside goes Poche, never gonna back down. And here comes Harakova, trying to get that 4th spot, and she does, ceasing on the outside looking in.
Yeah, it was really tight coming down the hill, but I knew like this track, if you get out in front, get out of trouble, it makes it so much easier.
So away we go, Harakova, Poche, Buchanan, and Walker onto the main event. We are all set for the start of the men's semifinals, but let's take a look at your series leader. Hey, this is Corbin Sherrod of the U.S. At only 18 years young, he's following in the footsteps of Mike Day and Donnie Robinson, and he won the last round and needs some pull to stay ahead here, and away we go. Can he stay in the mix? Sam Willoughby's out there. Red, white, and black on attack, but here comes Mark Willers on the outside. Oh, and an inside scoop by Van Gorkum. Listen to the crowds. In control right now, Van Gorkum and Willers duking it out. Sherrod down, he goes. Tried for the pass, and his day is done. Van Gorkum off the box job, Willers in the mix. Look at them go. We got a couple of Australians, Willoughby and Callan, battling it out right now as Willoughby stays close. He's on the tail of Willers, and Callan, impressive, gonna make a final right there. But Van Gorkum puts the cheer into the Dutch crowd. Awesome run for him. And for Sherrod, bad luck as he just got tangled up a little bit, and no luck for him as his day is done.
Feeling amazing. The track is long and it tires everybody, but with this crowd, with the Dutch crowd behind me, thank you guys.
Well, he's the last man standing in the Dutch Army. Willers, Willoughby, and Callan onto the main event. Let's see who's up next. All right, back to the top of the hill. Joris Daudet has to be the favorite, but don't count out Donnie Robinson and Mike Day, who can use their skills from the outside lane. There goes Day, blue and white. He's got some room, but a bad start's cost him. Out the back goes Nyhog. So he's out of the mix right now as Daudet in charge. Brian Kirkham's in the mix. Australia, tremendous in there. So what's going on in the middle? Donnie Robinson fighting for his life. Mike Day fighting for his life. There goes Nyhog. One of the Frenchmen is down. There goes Haman. Daudet in charge. Nyhog claiming back some space. This guy has aggressive riding all over him today. And look at it, he fights his way back in through Olympians. Robinson goes for the pole and he's down. So Nyhog will squeak in and Brian Kirkham just makes it in. What a finish in the second round. Look at Nyhog, eh? Canada, something to cheer about finally. And Donnie Robinson, you see him on the outside, just got a little over anxious trying to claim a position. And away he goes his day, so not quite with the rhythm.
Just gonna go for it. I've never been in Supercross main, I'm stoked, so have some fun.
So Kirkham, Nyhog, Tremendous, and Daudet, the Olympians, Day and Robinson, out of the mix. On one side, you have Colombia's serious superstar Mariana Pajón versus the towering Sarah Walker, who always seems to crack a smile, but she's all about winning. And winning is something that Ariel Martin quite likes to do from the inside lane. She's going to be looking for a good hole shot and the only American in this main event. And next to her, Jana Harakova of the Czech Republic, one of 3 Czech riders in this one, so an amazing run for that group. Next to her, her teammate Neta Ladakova. So those two are forced to be reckoned, both on the inside lane, both looking to make their mark and try to get their way on the Olympic squad. And Magali Poche, watch out. This girl is a do-or-die attitude. She's pretty serious, she's pretty focused, and she'll do anything to stay in the mix with this one's situation. Sarah Walker, the very polar opposite, smiling, always relaxed, but behind there, you know she's got something going on. And Caroline Buchanan, what can we say? She's doing so well for the Australian team. Very focused, and she's looking to stay in the mix. She wants to get to a podium final, but next to her, probably one of the favorites of the day, these two riders coming up right here, and Romana Labnikova of the Czech Republic. A very fast start. Watch for that jersey to emerge around the first jump as she's been getting very good hole shots. And next to her on the outside lane, Mariana Pajon of Colombia. Pint-sized powerhouse, but man, can she drop it down if she's ahead of you? There's a good chance she's gonna stay ahead if she's behind you. She could jump her way past you at a heartbeat. So watch out for Mariana in this main event because this is a pretty tough and technical track and it might be suited for her to win the whole thing today. Oh, and a nice snap by Lubnikova. Look at the jersey popping out right now. Here comes Sarah Walker. So another Kiwi in the mix. Can she make it 2 for 2? Whoa! Getting a bit loose as Lubnikova gaining some ground. Here comes Poche. Buchanan's in the mix. So the top 4 already early established here as Walker takes it through, Czech Republic in tow. If Walker rides her game, it's going to be tough to catch. Here comes Poche on the mix. Oh, she had some rhythm going on but blew it. Buchanan trying to take advantage. Pajon, will she get her way and jump her way into the final? But it's going to be Sarah Walker and Lubnikova. Oh, and a photo finish between Buchanan and Poche, and we're going to take a quick look to see the photo finish does say that Buchanan gets the 3rd and final spot.
Oh, that race was hectic. There was a lot of pressure on. I want to be on that podium again. Tears of joy. I'm so excited.
I think I was the fastest on the gate. I did a good clear jump, so Sarah was inside, so she had a better position in first corner.
It's pretty scary in the wind today, but I mean everyone has to ride it, and I had a good lap and I'm happy.
So she's happy. Megali Poche might not be in a game of inches. Buchanan gets the 3rd, Lubnikova the 2nd. And for Sarah Walker, her first Supercross win of the year, and of course it's all hugs and smiles, but you know behind that smile there is a competitor. Here's a chance for Dutchman Van Gorkum to show that he's Olympic worthy, and he goes against the battle-scarred New Zealander of Mark Willers. But first, on the outside lane, we're going to reintroduce Joris Dode. Now this whole group has an average age of about 21 years old, so each main event gets younger and younger. Dode definitely one of the favorites. And here, this guy could pull it all out today. Jelle Van Gorkum, his best ride in his career. He's pumped and he looks relaxed. He looks a little bit chill, and that's a good thing to see that from the youngster on the gate, Sam Willoughby. He's been here before. He wants to get back on that podium and get some rhythm going for his season. It's been a tough start for him. 777 in the middle. Mark Willers, we said it, this guy's fast. If he gets the lead, you're going to have a hard time catching the Kiwi. And next to him, one of the surprises of the day, Edzus Tremenis of Latvia. So the Latvians really pumping out some fast riders. As Strombergs is on the sideline, this guy is filling in the void. And what can we say about Tori Nyhog? All the fans back home hoping Canada can get a rider to the Olympics. This guy has the weight of the world on his shoulders. And next to him, Brian Kirkham of Australia. So no shortness of depth on the Australian team. Another Aussie on the gate this time. That's Kirkham. Next to him, Josh Callan, countryman. This guy's tall and he could pull it all out today, and a chance for him to emerge as one of the Australian favorites. So huge, 3 Aussies on the gate. And here we go, and Nyhog, a nice shot there, dropping back a little bit. Here comes Willers. Out of the middle, the red helmet. And Willoughby, so the Aussie all over the mix here as they are fighting it out. Oh, Ryder's down. Willoughby is out. Van Gorkum's in the mix. Joris Dode and Nyhog. Your top 4, Willers running away. There goes Dode. Lost the rhythm. And Van Gorkum back in the mix. Does he have enough juice to get to Willers? So away he goes, and it's going to be Dode trying to hang on as Nyhog pouncing on the opportunity, but it's all about the Kiwi. Mark Willers going to run away with this World Cup victory. But Van Gorkum, maybe the biggest story of the day, as he carves out a niche for himself. And a great run. Dode does get the 3rd. Good shot there of Ken Cools, Mark Willers' coach. And going into turn 1, it was just a little too tight, and Willoughby, just like a few of the other motos, slipped out without anybody around, and away goes his chances. And Dode lost the rhythm here. And here comes the Dutchman. Thank you very much.
Overall, I had a good weekend. Today, Mark was, in the main, he was just too fast. I catched up on him, but, well, 2nd place, 1st podium, not too bad.
Just started to fatigue around the track. So I knew I just had to keep it smooth and just make it a lot easier on myself. It's a demanding track, and it's just really hard work.
Well, the Australians are shut out and down under, but props to Van Gorkum on his second place finish, and of course Mark Willers on his first Supercross win of the year. Well, with her big win today, Sarah Walker now leads the women chase at 420 points, ahead of Manon Valentino at 321. For the men, Joris Daudet of France has taken over the series lead with 360 points, and Corbin Shiraz second with 311. Well, that's a wrap from Papendal, Netherlands. The riders now focus their attention on a trip to London. See you on the backside.